Hi, this is Jules Liveron, and this is a slice of time in Stafford. We're going to take a walk up Mill Street. That's Henry Burton. Now I do know that bike shop has been there for a very long time and is one of these traditional bike shops. Parkers of Stafford, a traditional poultry merchant. And Peter Rogers Photographic, established in 1947. Another traditional store, a traditional photographers. There's not many of those about. Need to show you this on the left hand side. This is probably one of the most beautiful buildings you'll ever see anywhere, and it's called Love's Independent Funeral Directors. And what a fantastic name for a funeral director, Love. It's like a juxtaposition, because obviously people associate funeral directors, easy for me to say, with not very nice time, but they are called Loves. And look at that building, that's amazing. 1610 they've been here since. No comment. Now on the right here you've got Black's Menswear, been here since 1825, one of your traditional tailors. Very expensive but very good quality. New store, Sweetish Dreams Sweet Shop. Now Stafford's full of very old buildings. This one is an Indian, utilising the space. Now down there is where the soup kitchen is. In one of my shorts I'll be walking past the soup kitchen, but you can just see on the top of the building there where it says soup kitchen. That is a fantastic venue, best breakfast in Stafford. Stafford is a very traditional oldie worldy type town, and it likes to retain its oldie worldy look. So just look at this street sign. There's the Indian, Okra, Water Street. Now down there is Victoria Park. We won't be going there today. Now on the left here are some fantastically quaint cottages. There's a historical plaque in the middle which I will let you read, but I'll keep off the grass. Just look at these. I mean, before I get to the plaque, how old do you think these are? Try and guess before I get to the plaque. As always, please subscribe, put a comment down below. Look at these. I don't know what they're doing, but they certainly laugh a lot behind the green door. So these were built around, who was guessed right? 1660. Built around 1660 by Sir Martin, native of Stafford, Alderman of London and MP for Stafford, 1656 to 1659. I don't think that was his age, I think that's when they were built. Oh, that's when he was the MP, 1656 to 1659. Because if that was his age, he would have been free. And I know some intelligent 3-year-olds, but They're not intelligent enough to build houses like this. More green doors in the corner. To there. I mean, these are totally symmetrical. Let me go out here. So on the right hand side, you've got the corner, and you've got the red door, totally symmetrical, back to the edge. It's worth coming to Stafford to visit those on their own. More green doors. But the be aware private kind of takes the shine off it. So as we continue down here, famous watering hole in Stafford, the Bird in Hand. I did a short on that. And as you get here to Victoria Square, more of the oldie worldy signs. You've got a college down there, which is a fairly young crowd. And this building here was a pub, but I think it's empty now. But it's another classic Stafford building. And here you've got Churchyard, St Mary's Place, Bird in Hand on the corner. But as you walk down St Mary's Place, yeah, right. There's the church over there in the background. But down St Mary's Place, you've got the Bird in Hand beer garden here, which isn't so well used today, but it has been very hot of late. It's just a nice area in the middle of town to chill. So on the corner of Church Lane, you've got the soup kitchen. So this is a walk by of the soup kitchen. Like I said, breakfast in here is the best in Staffordshire by far, and this will take us in a complete circle. But some oldie worldy buildings down here put to good use. Soup kitchen, making the best of the beautiful weather. So as you walk down Church Lane, you've got another place of worship there. And just look at that on the corner. Tudor style, I believe they call that. And then we're back to the matching Indian restaurant. There is a store just up here I want to show you. And it's Church Lane Antiques. And one of my favourite haunts on a Saturday afternoon is just well, there's 4 good antique shops in Stafford, but this has to be my favourite. It's only open limited times of the week. As you can see, we've caught it on a closed day today, but the smell in here just propels you back to the 1950s, 1960s. So if you're ever in Stafford, Church Lane Antiques on, believe it or not, Church Lane. We're going to take a little walk down Water Street now, and there are some, well, I'll keep it a surprise, but you won't find anywhere else in the country. As in everywhere, there's a modern take on Stafford. If there's space, they'll build on it. Here comes the bride, though not today because they're closed. Have you noticed something about Stafford? Listen. Exactly. It's so quiet. You can still hear the birds, and it's the middle of the day. Right. Here, about 20 foot away from the river that flows through Stafford, and that will be the final point of this video, we have the town mill, on probably the site of a mill since 1086. The last mill worked until 1957. Bit of a dumping ground for litter, unfortunately, but and obviously it's a reproduction, but a very historical reproduction. In my last video, Stafford Castle, you'll have seen how out of breath I got walking up the hill. Fortunately, Stafford town centre is pretty flat, so I'm not so out of breath today. No defibrillator needed. But yeah, this is the site of the old water mill. And then as we walk down here to more modern architecture in Stafford, but we still do have a little bit of water. So in the middle of Stafford flows this river. I'm sorry, Duck, you can come back later. But on a summer's day, you can sit here, and again, I'm going to throw my little Smokey Robinson joke in again. You can sit here on the dock of the bay and watch the ships come in and out again. And that is a slice of Stafford.